President Granger underscores education is key to Guyana's future development, and Mining Week begins. It's Monday, August 26. We trust you had a good weekend. These are your stories in today's news. His Excellency President David Granger has reiterated that development efforts in the education sector are an investment in Guyana's future. The head of state was at the time participating in a back-to-school drive held at the Liverpool Community Centre in the East Berbice-Corentyne region. Accompanied by First Lady Sandra Granger and Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. the Honorable Karen Cummings, President Granger distributed backpacks, bicycles, and other items to the children of Hawkstyle, Lancaster.
So today, this is not a party, it's not a sideshow, it's serious business. It doesn't mean that you must enjoy it, but it tells the country about the investments that we are making in education and we are making in children.
The head of state noted that education is the vital tool through which national development will occur.
Education is an investment in community development. That's why I'm here with you this afternoon. We have to keep these villages alive, but these villages must be able to sustain strong economies. And one of the reasons for giving you this education, for providing you with education, is so that you can make this region, Guyana's third largest region, rich and prosperous.
In Region 5, Mahika Berbice, more than 50 school children in the Seafield 10th Neighborhood Democratic Council also received back-to-school gifts of backpacks loaded with books, geometry sets, and other school items from Minister of Finance Honorable Winston Jordan during a visit to the area on Saturday. Director General of the Ministry of the Presidency, Joseph Harmon, conducted a similar exercise in the Essequibo Islands West Demerara region. Children from across the region received school bags filled with necessary supplies. The drive is in keeping with the administration's vision of providing students with the necessary materials needed to succeed academically. Mining Week kicks off with an annual walk in the capital city under the theme, Fostering Respectability and Responsibility in Mining Conduct.
Sunday's walk was followed by the Mining and Quarrying Conference and Awards ceremony at the Pegasus Hotel earlier on Monday. In keeping with this year's theme, Commissioner of the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission, Newell Dennison, says as the GGMC does its own self-examination during this period, it will embrace change and transformation.
This year's theme, Fostering Respectability and Responsibility in Mining Conduct, I believe says enough in the vein of what an underlying mindset should be amongst miners and miner folk as the sector is challenged to overcome its constraints and limitations. This is vital, for at the same time, we must recognize that there are groundbreaking developments that are reaching into our space, our mining space, and where demands for change will be unavoidable.
Mr. Denson said while some may be anxious about this change, he believes any change could be facilitated and fashioned for a successful outcome if tackled collectively. Meantime, delivering the feature address, Minister of Natural Resources Raphael Trotman said the sector has seen much improvement over the years.
We have come a long way from the days of river mining, when the only means to recover gold was by diving down under the river waters, using only a suction hose to breathe, then digging by hand with a hand spade, filling bags and sending the earth back to the surface. This was an extremely dangerous endeavor, and many divers lost their lives. Today, the mining sector has become more efficient and effective, beginning at the exploration stage where cutting-edge technologies have helped eliminate some of the risks associated with prospecting.
Mining Week continues with activities planned throughout the country to celebrate and honour persons in this sector. Felicia Valenzuela, InfoHub.
The first batch of Guyanese operations and maintenance technicians recruited by ExxonMobil to work on the floating production, storage, and offloading vessel is about to embark on an advanced systems training at the Cape Breton University in Canada. According to a release from the oil giant, over the last several months, 24 technicians were exposed to basic systems training in 4 disciplines: electrical, mechanical, instrumentation, and operations, with the next 12 months focusing on discipline-specific training in each craft. Following another year of training in Canada, on-the-job training will continue on the FPSO. ExxonMobil Guyana's development model for operations and maintenance employees is designed for trainees to advance from technician 1 to 3 over time. The intent is to enhance their capacity to such a level that they are able to replace an experienced international worker. The employment and training of nationals is key to ExxonMobil's strategy of local content development. Another batch of approximately 50 technicians will be recruited early 2020. The addition of a child and adolescent psychiatrist to the local public health sector has been welcomed, as this caters for more targeted interventions in this area.
Dr. Janice October is said to be the first local doctor to provide this specific service to the country. As she prepares to begin her duties, Dr. October said she is eager to work on improving the mental health of children and adolescents countrywide.
In this particular area where mental health is concerned, this specialty is very important because before we all become adults, we pass through stages. We're children, we're adolescents, and then we become adults. So in order for us to have adults who can be an asset to our community and our country as a whole, we need to ensure that they're healthy. And health is not only the absence of physical illness, it's also a mental well-being.
Child and adolescent psychiatry specifically targets diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of mental disorders in children and teens. As Dr. October's skills will be utilized to its fullest potential, there is one other doctor undergoing this specialized training. Also, the Ministry of Public Health will be working to ensure that there will be a cadre of these professionals trained and available in the public health sector.
We have a list of areas where we have indicated to our staff within and to several of the ministries that we are looking to train persons in those specific skilled area, because either we do not have or the numbers which we have is very inadequate to be able to provide the type of service that we need across our 10 administrative regions. We're hoping that every year we can be able to have persons go on training for the next 5 years so that we can be able to build our cadre of persons in this particular field.
Dr. October met with the Minister of Public Health as she charters her course forward in tandem with the ministry's vision to ensure good health for all Guyanese. For InfoHub, Delicia Haynes.
Still to come, CHNPA warns of social media scam, and North Pacoraima's football tournament kicks off. Details of these stories when we return.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
Thanks for staying with us. The Central Housing and Planning Authority is calling on members of the public to be aware of a fake Facebook profile in the name of His Excellency President David Granger, informing the public that the Ministry of the Presidency is allocating lots. The social media scam has been asking persons to make a down payment of $350,000 through GTT's Money Mobile system to an unknown account. CHNPA has stated that the agency is the only government department authorized to allocate housing units and lots. The agency has further clarified there is no such program being run by the Ministry of the Presidency, nor is the CHNPA working in collaboration with any agency on such a program. Also, there is no system in place for persons to make payments for housing units or lots through mobile money. All payments are to be made to the CHNPA's Brickdam office or its regional offices. Persons are being encouraged to contact the CHPA on 223-7521 for any information relating to their housing initiatives. The government pledges continued support for hinterland sport as the North Pacaramas football tournament gets underway. Isaiah Braffett was there and caught all the action.
The North Pacaramas Football Tournament 2019 got underway with 21 teams from 12 villages in Comana, Region 8. The annual tournament features 12 men's team and 9 women's team vying for supremacy. Minister within the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs, Valerie Garrido-Lowe, and Minister of Social Cohesion, Dr. George Norton, declared a start to the tournament. Minister Garrido-Lowe reiterated the government's commitment to investing in hinterland sports. She highlighted that the government began supporting the games back in 2017 and began making budgetary allocations of $1 million to ensure the competition is held every year.
You have to remember that you are important. As the first peoples of Guyana, we understand that your homes are in hinterland far away from the coast. But it only means that we have to make sure that the opportunities reach you also. And that is what we're doing as a government for you, because we care.
Minister Norton said that while the games are in the early stages, he envisions it being as big or even bigger than the Upper Mazaruni Games, which are held in Region 7.
I also want to assure you that we will continue to work along with the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs, with the Ministry of Communities, with the Department of Sports and Culture to improve on the conditions so that you can really and truly have an impressive tournament, one that matches anything that is produced here in Guyana.
FIFA technical consultant Lenny Blake, who will be spending 3 days in the village observing the games, said that he will be keeping a keen eye on the action taking place. Blake said he will be taking their stories back to FIFA so that they can learn of what is taking place in Guyana's hinterland. Additionally, the uniforms and gear of the participating teams were provided by FIFA. The tournament concludes Friday right here in Comana. Reporting from Comana Village, Region 8, I am Isaiah Braffett with senior videographer Tej Paul Bridgemohan for InfoHub.
CARIFESTA 14 closed in a kaleidoscope of colors befitting this diverse festival. The honor of hosting the next event has been bestowed on Antigua and Barbuda.
Assistant Secretary General attached to CARICOM, Dr. Douglas Slater, said that this year's festival has definitely added a meaningful chapter to CARIFESTA's history while raising the bar for other participating delegations.
CARIFESTA 14 has been a very vibrant and exciting experience of sharing and showcasing our rich culture, Caribbean culture, and that of many visiting artists and experts from outside our region. We know that the organization of a mega festival such as CARIFESTA is no simple task, and no matter how many times it has been hosted before, every edition of this festival brings new experiences and challenges, but also opportunities to learn and improve the festival.
Trinidad and Tobago's Minister of Community Development, Culture and the Arts, Dr. Nyagatsi Dolly, said the country has once more proudly demonstrated its cultural artistry while upholding the festival's objective.
For the past 10 days, this festival impacted the way we value Caribbean identity and shifted our paradigms. We set out on a mission to take our Caribbean film, dance, music, theater, visual arts, symposia, literary arts, food, and fashion, and to meticulously devise an impactful master plan to present these offerings to the people of the region and diaspora.
As the baton now passes to Antigua Barbuda, that island's Minister of Sports, Culture, National Festivals and the Arts, Darrell Matthew, said that the country is quite eager to assume the mantle of hosting CARIFESTA 15. This year's event in the Twin Island Republic was hosted under the theme Connect, Share, Invest. Neola Damon, InfoHub.
Before we close, here's your GCOM tip of the day. Get your documents ready to register. You must have one of these documents: a birth certificate, a valid passport, adoption certificate, or a naturalization certificate. For married women, a marriage certificate is required, and for individuals who had a name change that is not stated on the birth certificate, a deed poll must be presented. Only original documents will be accepted. Get registered. It's part of the National Registration Act. That's all for today. Connect with us on WhatsApp, Facebook, and YouTube. Much more news is on our website, dpi.gov.gy, and pop over to Instagram for the latest photo updates at DPI Guyana. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye for now.